Hello, hello, hello. Happy fourth anniversary, Sussex squad. Even though the squad is maybe slightly older than that, because as we know, people were starting a mess before they even said I do. So I don't know if we could actually put an exact date on the squad, but the important thing is that we're all here. Hello, one and all. I had some important things I had to do today, so unfortunately, but I didn't leave y'all hanging at the regular time though. I worked on a reboot of a video that a lot of y'all may have seen before, but you have to admit the new one is much better as my editing skills have improved. But yeah, so anyway, just wanted to, because I didn't want to miss this occasion when we could like fellowship and talk about some of our favorite moments of the day, the wedding day. So let me say hello to a few people. Of course, I am still getting myself set up as I were as I were as I w- as I working on have been working on this up to the very, and I do mean very last moment. So let me at least get a couple of these slides up and in place. Um, yes, I'll do that, and then I'll say hello to a few people, and we can talk about the day. But let's see. Okay. Today is the 19th, of course. So, yeah, let's start with this one. All right. So, let me say hello to TP. Hi, TP. Marcy Foreman. Lydia Washington. Hello. Anastasia Isabella. Marshar is here. Mo Shannon. Miss P Talks. Carmen Jones. Um, Wendy Loman, hi. Karen's here. Lorna Williams. Connie Balmer. Yes, Connie Balmer. Pamela Porter. Elaine Parker. Thank you so much, Elaine, for the super sticker. And happy Thursday to you and happy 4th, Harry and Meghan anniversary, wedding anniversary day. So now let me get this straight. Did they not have any special release photo or any announcement for today? Oh, and Sean, yes, we are going to discuss that. It may be a bit away, but absolutely, we're going to have that discussion because even though it is the Sussex anniversary today, that does not prevent me from being just a mite shady toward the end. So, trigger warning: there is just a hint of shade coming up. Pamela Gales, thank you so much for the super sticker. Happy Harry and Meghan's 4th anniversary day today. And thank you so much, all of you all, for watching Royal Sussex. Yes, happiest of. Well, you know what, guys? Let me just do some name dropping. Uh, Harry and Meghan and I, the three of us happen to have been in Windsor this time 4 years ago. I don't want to name drop. I don't want to get above myself, but no, I was very fortunate to be there. So, but oh wow, you guys are in a good mood. I love that. Hello, Raven. Hello, Pamela Porta. Who else is here? And Elaine Parker, of course. Thank you. Nothing in the UK. Surprise, surprise. I am surprised. And Jacqueline Squash says, hello, Baron and Squatties. God bless you all. Much love. God bless our Harry and Meghan on their 4th wedding anniversary. We love them, of course, so much. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much for that comment. So, let me tell you, there's no scientific order here except for the slides are categorized by slightly categorized. But okay, so let's get to the dress. Carol, what is it? Was it something Wade Keller? Was it Carol? No, Carolyn Wade Keller. Anyway, for oh boy, here goes. B10 Pow, welcome, Carol Lund. Who else? Catherine Kemp. Oh, let me see. What was her name? No, I mean, no, the fashion house. Givenchy. Givenchy. I hope I'm saying that right. Am I saying it right? Ethan's husband. Fatima Ba, welcome. J Law is here. Yeah, Givenchy. Anyway, I think it is a double layer of silk. Was it silk? Yeah, I think it's like anyway, it's a very heavy silk, and I think is two layers of it. So now, um, I'm going to I picked some photos that I along with the routine photos, but this is the one that perplexed a lot of people was how in the world did they take this photo? Well, on the wedding day, there was the long drive up to Windsor Castle. If you guys are familiar with that, that's where you would have seen Meghan and her mom motoring down the path toward the Windsor Castle. There were quite a few correspondents lined up. At least, let me see, did it have a big box there for all of them? Well, anyway, I believe the Today Show was there along with some other people. And so this photo, there was, I guess you would call it a derrick or some type of, yeah, it was like a big mechanical arm that reached out over the path, and it was designed just so, or was it an archway? I do remember it being there, but I don't remember if it was just hanging over one side of the street, like cantilevered, or if it was completely built over, like, say, a bridge. But it was like an arch of sorts where there was a camera prepared just to take this photo, just to record them coming down the path, a straight on view, and then also it would hover over them so when they made their way down the path they could snap the photo. And if you notice, I don't know if you guys ever noticed this before, but take a look. The way that they are seated together there, one hand in the other and in the other hands on their thighs, it creates a bit of a heart shape. Yes, it creates a bit of a heart shape. So, just in case that escaped your notice, but that was one of the fun things about the photo is that there's a heart shape. One of the other little factoids that I just happen to know is that is that the carriage that is one of those Ascot Landau carriages. That's one of the ones that are used for the Royal Ascot races. So Patricia Nixon says, "No, Baron, the photographer took it, and his name is Mock. Look at Duchess of Sussex video." Oh, okay. I don't know who the photographer was, but I do know that there was something over them that snapped the photo. But yeah, that much I remember is that there was some type of device or bridge or arch over them. Lydia's. Oh, that's for somebody else. Let me stay out of it. Uh, let's see. Okay. Oh, these are the postage stamps. In case you didn't see the video earlier today, I was hunting all over the place trying to find the Harry and Meghan postage stamps, which I still have them. You can see, well, you know what? Look at the pattern. Look at that weird pattern at the top of the picture. If you don't know what that is, no, I definitely know it wasn't a drone. In a secure area like that, they would not have flown anything above their heads like that. So I know it was not a drone. That much I'm sure of. I know it was something there because I remember walking beneath it. After the wedding was over, everyone started going toward the Windsor Castle. So before they wouldn't let people go, but then after the wedding, you were able to walk toward the castle, which kind of didn't make any sense because there was nothing else to see. So, um, but now take a look there in the photo, all the way in the background there. You see that white circle? If you haven't seen the anniversary video that I made some time ago, and then I did a reboot this morning, notice there's someone with a white shirt in the background. That is yours truly. I had to hunt through so much video footage to get that photo of myself. This is actually Trooping the Colors. So I saw the Sussexes on the wedding day, and then when I found out that there was something called Troop in the Colors, I was like, "Oh, okay." So I had seen it before on television, but I don't think I knew the name of it. So I'm like, "Oh, that's what that is, where the queen used to ride the horse out and everything, the parade." Well, um I wanted to see if I can catch myself on television, so I went hunting through every video of Troop in the Colors I could find, and of course the wedding day videos. And that was I know what I had on. I know where I was standing between the guy on the left and the woman cop on the right. So I knew exactly where this photo was taken. Plus, I know where Harry pointed like that. So it was quite some detective work, but I was just I was just anxious to see if I could find myself. But I know you would think I would have better things to do, right? So this is a photo that I took myself. Of all the photos that were taken that day by all the people taking photos, I just happened to snap the picture when Meghan had her hand. I guess she was going to brush her hair or something like that. But you can tell that that is not a professional photo, because if it was a professional photo, she wouldn't have had her hand up. And for some reason, I didn't know that it wasn't a great photo. Otherwise, I would have taken more of them instantly. But I didn't know. And that is the Victoria monument behind them on the other side there. Oh, thank you, Connie Balmer. Okay, so this one is not anything to do with Sussex's wedding, but it is a wedding. And the reason why I love this photo, thank you, Elizabeth Anders. The reason why I love this photo is because notice that look on her face. This is that look that we love to share. Thank you, Marshar. We love to share that photo of Meghan looking like, ooh. But I think that was one of the most beautiful days out of the I don't know, thousands of beautiful days that she's had since her wedding. But I love that photo. So imagine you're having a wedding and that is one of the wedding guests. Now our Duchess is very considerate. So as you notice, she dressed very modestly. Her shoulders are covered, right? And you also notice that she's wearing something kind of dark. Now, that is how you dress when you go to another woman's wedding. I'll get to that later. But but that is the proper way to dress. Nafisa Shabazz, thank you so much for the super sticker. Happiest of Thursdays to you. Happy Harry and Meghan anniversary, fourth anniversary day, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, so that is that photo. And again, notice the consideration. One of the most beautiful women in the world decides that she's going to dress quite modest and demure for someone else's wedding. Hello, Joan Garcia. Welcome to the live chat. Now, of course, now look at that. What does this photo say to you all? What this photo says is that, in spite of the fact that they just got married, two of the most considerate people that have ever walked this earth wanted to make sure that Doria is okay and that Sausage Fingers is okay. And of course, they wanted to make sure that Charles's emotional support, Camilla, It's okay. Too soon for shade. Is it too soon to be shady? Okay, maybe later. But they wanted to make sure that Doria and those two old people are okay. Oh man. Um about the Harry and Meghan wedding photo, according to the local ABC News affiliate, ABC New York News. Oh, is that comment for someone else? Was a photographer of the photo while working for the Press Association in the UK? Oh, you was that Yui Mock? Yui Mock, is that how you say it? Okay. I mean, but there were many photographers that day. There were photographers everywhere. So there were the wedding photographers in the well, photographer or photographers in the church. There were the cameramen operating the video cameras. And then, of course, there were people all along their procession for the carriage. So there were many photographers that day. So don't forget that. There were many photographers. I would like to call myself a photographer, but you've seen my work, so I'm not sure I should call myself a photographer. But I had a camera. I think the court is still out as to whether or not I'm actually a photographer, but I like to think I am. So, anyway, that's what that photo says. Hello, Elizabeth Daniels. Thank you for joining us. I'm glad you're here. And then, of course, my favorite photo of the two of them on the steps is this one when Harry looks like, ah, you guys. I love that big grin that Harry has there. This is like the most epic of all the photos of the two of them on the steps. And then, of course, there's the ones where Megan's going up the steps, but by them together with the two of them there, that's my favorite. And then, of course, this look right here. This was absolutely amazing. Uh, what beautiful shoulders! What great toned arms she has! Absolutely beautiful, breathtaking, gorgeous. That is the shot right there. That is the shot. Okay, Marsha says, Baron, you were at the right place at the right time. You got to witness history firsthand. Quite by chance, Marshall, quite by chance. I don't want to have to. Okay, I'll tell the story again if y'all insist. No, I don't mind talking about it. Oh, that was kind of phony, wasn't it? Oh, I don't mind talking about it. Well, if you all insist. Well, picture it. Uh, Thanksgiving night, 2017. I hadn't been on a proper vacation in 9 years. 9 years I saved, and yet I have gone absolutely nowhere. And so when heard that there was a sale on airline tickets, thank you, Iris. I'm just going to tell a little bit of the story, but I heard. Woo! Oh Lord! Woo! Oh boy! You know what? I got to put some blinders on because when I look out the corner of my eye, I'm never sure what I'm going to see. Oh, oh, okay. So where was I? You know, it's funny though. I always thought Connie Balmer was the nice one. Okay, Church Nelly. Sometimes Lydia. Always Mo Shannon. I thought Connie was the nice one. But ah, I am literally sitting here with tears coming out of my eyes. Whew. Okay, so okay, I can't tell a story now. But anyway, I just bought the ticket by chance. I didn't know that there was going to be a wedding, and I think it was a day or two later when I heard the announcement. Oh boy, Connie, you got me good. I'm literally sitting here crying. Oh, okay. So, uh, okay. Here's some black and white photos from behind the scenes that was taken that day. You can see the oh, what's his name? He's there, and whoever that was helping her with the veil. And there's the children. Look at the children. Now, on the right side there was a monster. There was a monster behind Harry, but for the sake of prosperity, I decided to remove that monster so that we wouldn't have to set our eyes upon it while we're in such a good mood. Nobody wants to see the notorious Willie leaks right now, but there was a monster behind Harry, and I was nice. You're welcome. BW, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex. And happy Thursday. And happy Harry and Meghan fourth anniversary day. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. But yes, thank you. That's very generous of you. I appreciate it. Whew. Now that Connie has pulled the pin out of the grenade and thrown it in the room and put her finger in her ears, and now we have to pick up the pieces and move on. That was like somebody just threw a grenade. Oh, I love it though. That was fun. We'll be here all night. So there's yet another one of those hauntingly beautiful black and white photos. And there's Harry and Meghan and Doria. I love the color that Doria's wearing. It is absolutely beautiful. I guess it's like, what is it, an apple green or something like that? But anyway, that's gorgeous. So and there is the Queen Alexandra, is it, or Queen Mary Bandeau tiara? I believe the center of the tiara was a brooch, and then I want to say the diamonds came from some other part of the royal collection or whatever. But anyway, if you notice, you can see the brooch is front and center. The style of the tiara is Art Deco, which I think made a lot of sense. And I will explain that later. But, well, just to start it off, as you know, Megan is such a fan of a nice, clean line, right? So you can see why it just made so much sense for her to wear something like that on a day like that. So there's, I guess she's being a flower girl there. I never knew the history of that photo. But if you notice, in this, the comparison of her as the young girl wearing white with lace and everything, and then there she is, all grown up, a bride herself. And then there on the right side, those are the Flunko. I think that's right, Flunko dolls. I actually received that as a birthday present. I guess was it last year or was it year before last? I think it was the year before. Yeah, it was the year before. Because I remember it was like still kind of rough during that part of the pandemic. But yeah, I got that as a birthday present. So that is part of my cherished collection of Harry and Meghan memorabilia. Baron, I heard that Keebler Pecan Sandy truck went MIA last night. Where, where, where do I send your bail money? Before I sat down here, I said, I don't even have any pecan sandies, but I don't think I have a video to share, so I wouldn't have time for it anyway. But I love that. Thank you. With real vanilla from Madagascar, you cannot say Keebler pecan sandies without saying made with real vanilla from Madagascar. So Meghan Markle gowns lead most popular wedding dresses of the decades list, with Kate Middleton right behind. Not that close, but right behind. So again, the Givenchy, the Claire Waite Keller design, very streamlined, very contemporary, and even though 4 years is not that long ago, the design really stands up and is something that works for just about everybody. Let's see here. Navi D says, after 4 years, nothing has changed between them. Same loving couple, hardworking, always holding hands. Yes, amen to that. Now take a look there on the right side. I don't know who put that on the interweb, but there is a photo of the Queen looking quite stoic at the Duchess of Sussex. Well, if you fast forward to, is it Eugenie's wedding? She still has that resting sovereign face. So, um, let's just be fair to Her Majesty. She wasn't grimacing and bristling at the Duchess of Sussex. I think that at that age, she tends to do that to everybody. So, unless you're a pony, oh, well, I'm sorry, unless you're one of her corgis, um, not to be confused with her daughter in law, or unless you're a horse, again, not to be confused with her daughter in law, then she pretty much doesn't smile. Okay. All right. So, shade noted, right? Oh, wow. I went through those kind of fast. All right. I need my next set of slides. Let's do this. Oh, Connie. Oh, we're going to be here all night. Oh, I tell you, sometimes it's just epic, isn't it? I love that. That nothing makes the day seem longer than me telling one of my stories about my travels in Europe. Suddenly, the hours are like days and the days are like years. Joan Garcia says, Baron, your photos make me feel like I was at Harry and Meghan's wedding. Oh, great. You know what? I'm going to get to a few of my own personal photos later. But I had to reel y'all in with some of these photos that everybody's seen. Then I can get to my photos so I can go on and 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 on about that time I went to Europe. She talks trash about Megan's dress. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. And I used to well, actually, you know what? I casually listened to her music. I wasn't really that much into her. Now, um, I'm sure everybody can agree with this. Everyone can agree with this statement. There should never, ever be another wedding that the Moroni twins are not a part of. They were absolutely adorable. I mean, of course, they're starting to grow up so big that, it's not going to be the same, but every wedding should have the Mulrooney twins. But once they start getting older and everything, then it's just that cute factor is gone. But that day at that time, I don't think anybody should ever have gotten married without the Mulroney twins. They were the perfect double act. They were fun, spontaneous, they were having a good time. Their dad was like, "Oh, we didn't want them to rehearse too hard because we wanted them to enjoy the day." And we must all admit done an amazing job and absolutely adorable. That was like one of my favorite things about the day was the Maroney twins. Okay, Baron. Lord, I know we all need the bail money for you if you go back to England. I'm sure MI6 has a picture of you. Oh yes, they do have a dossier. Trust me, they probably have a dossier of me by now with some of the colorful things that I have said about the sovereign, the emotional support Camilla, and I've thought about that. Um, in this electronic age, by the way, if you guys have ever been through airport security, going through the UK is tough. Especially, I'm just going to tell you, I know a couple of people of color that had a tough time getting through the airports at the UK. So be prepared to tell them where you're staying. Okay, if you go to the UK, this is very important. Know where you're staying. Don't hesitate to tell them everything that you're there for when they ask you the question. Answer the questions as they ask you. Otherwise, it can be kind of tough. I'm telling you, I didn't have a bad experience, but as you know, I'm a bit of a talker. But for someone who's very reserved and talk to the hand, trust me when I tell you this, don't mess around going through the airport in the UK because they are very, very tough. The queen smiles when she wants to. She wasn't going to smile about a woman of color marrying into the royal family. Well, I mean, cookies and cream. Be fair. That photo from earlier, come on, that's the resting, what do you call it, sovereign face. I mean, I could understand why people feel that way, but I think sometimes older people just do that. They kind of have that stare. So, and plus, again, it wasn't a dog or a pony. So, I'm going to have to say that for now, until we know better, I'm just going to assume that that's just that old sovereign face. Okay. Let me see. Wendy, oh, that was for someone else. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stay out of that. Okay. Does anybody believe that Charles and royal family, minus William and of course Anne, who doesn't care, are being a tad welcoming due to pending book coming out? They want to soften its contents. I don't think it would make much of a difference. I mean, if Harry has something to say, he's going to say it. Okay, next. Okay, so there's the Maroney twins. Unfortunately, I don't have a nice close up photo of them, but it's amazing that as she walked through the chapel there, um, this area here is so well illuminated, but then there was that very interesting section where the light was pouring through the windows on her, and it seems like she was the only person in the room that was illuminated. I do have that photo, but I don't think it's coming up next. But um, yeah, quite interesting. Now, what you all cannot see right here is that you see those columns on either side of the aisle there, those columns, that is the center of the well, that's, I guess you would call it the nave. Well, anyway, the side aisles on either side, there's actually a couple of places there where they have tombs, like one of the, I forget which king and queen it is, but maybe George the Fifth, no, or was it George the Fourth? I don't remember. But there's a couple of tombs like on either side of those columns. So even I mean everybody knows Westminster Abbey is like a big cemetery. Well, this place right here, it also has sections where people are entombed and or buried. And I'm trying to think if that's the spot right there. You see that black tile that the Duchess is standing on? that may be an entrance to one of the crypts, or it may just be a memorial plaque. Sometimes they'll just have the names without anyone actually buried there. Okay, so right here it says Meghan Markle gown leads most popular wedding dresses of the last I'm sorry, of the decade list with Kate. Okay, that's really the same story, just a different magazine. And then on the right, you can see where the Duchess of Sussex is all illuminated and everybody else seems to be in the shadows. It was a bright sunny day. How that happened, I still don't know. But that was like one of the interesting parts of the day. Not my photo. This is not my photo. I mean, it's too nice to be my photo, but it's way too nice to be my photo. But yes, ethereal, breathtaking. That's it. That's it. The photo where the church window illuminated her was hauntingly beautiful, ethereal, and breathtaking. Now, I know you thought I wasn't going to be able to pronounce ethereal, but I did. Nice try, but I can pronounce ethereal. Oh, I almost bit my tongue, but I did pronounce it. Okay, the Queen took Meghan on that train ride. Kate didn't get that. I think she respects Meghan, but with all those home, they need taxpayer funding to keep upkeep. Yes, yes, they need to have the taxpayers keep up those houses for us. So yeah, I think the Queen may have had a sweet spot for a while, but again, the men in gray suits, the courtiers, and so on and so forth. It's just, yeah. Well, I love you too, but I think you were trying to assassinate me by giving me those tough words to pronounce, like ethereal. That was totally unexpurgated. I'm outraged. It's complete moral turpitude. I don't know what any of that means, but I will admonish you with my stare. There you go. See, I'm staring at you. I have admonished you with my stare. Oh, and there's the ring. Now, this is, of course, a replica. Now, I do believe the original ring was just a solid gold band. Part of the gold is a chunk of Welsh gold. According to reports, there was some Welsh gold that was gifted to the royal family. And that Welsh gold is used for every royal bride's wedding ring. And so part of that ring is reportedly made from some of that Welsh gold, which, as far as I know, is almost impossible to find nowadays. But there was a time when there was actually some gold there in Wells. I don't know if did they mine it from there? All I know is they keep saying Welsh gold. Welsh gold. Okay. So this is what I meant earlier when I said clean lines. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, once said that if she ever gets married again, that when she uh, has a wedding gown made or whatever, she wanted something that was inspired by Carolyn Bessette Kennedy. And as you know, Carolyn Bessette Kennedy had the quintessential country wedding church wedding. That you know what I'm trying to say. She wanted something simple and elegant. She didn't want a whole bunch of pomp and circumstance, just some beautiful, clean lines. Now, for modesty, you can see she has something to cover her shoulder. I suppose that's the veil, but she has a veil that can cover her shoulders for a little modesty. Otherwise, no royal bride would likely wear a dress like that because, of course, a royal bride has to be very modest. So if you notice that whenever you see a royal wedding, most of the brides have their arms covered. Meghan's gown was a little bit, just a little bit, not, I wouldn't even say flashy or risque, but she's showing a little shoulder, right? It's not as though, but the arms, more important is you just don't want those arms out there. So I think Megan just kind of pushed the boundary a little bit with the what is that, the boat neck, bow toe, boat neck shoulder, whatever. But anyway, so she just pushed the boundary ever so slightly, but it is still modest enough that she can easily be seen as a royal bride wearing a gown like that. But as you know, Eugenie, she went a totally different direction for another reason, because she had scoliosis, and she had surgery on her spine when she was a child. She wanted people who have gone through a similar situation to see her spine exposed on her wedding day, as the way to say, "Hey, you're okay. I'm okay. We're all okay." So that was a really beautiful sentiment. There it is. Now that's what I call uh ooh, what was that word again? I'm just kidding. Ethereal. Hauntingly beautiful. That's it right there. That's it. Floating, very floaty, weightless, absolutely weightless. Okay. All right. Aurora Oliver says, looks stunning in a dressing gown that agrees on a special photo of Meghan and Prince Harry's wedding. Beautiful, fabulous. This love y'all. Oh, thank you, Aurora. Thank you. By the way, there's 877 people in here. Please make sure you hit the like button. Okay. Knowing Meghan's style, the lie that she wanted to wear the gaudy emerald tiara was also a joke. Pamela Porter, you are getting ahead of me. I was actually going to talk about that, and I'm still going to do that. So, see there, y'all, we are all on the same page today. I love that. Yep. Okay, so there it is. Hauntingly beautiful and ethereal. Ah, look at that. How could all of that have happened on the same wedding day? How is that possible? How could this have been that very same day? I still don't know how that's possible. But it is. It was that day. It is that day. Beautiful. Absolutely breathtaking. And the soprano that was singing as they entered the church, I don't know what she was singing, but it was something that they selected, and that was beautiful too. So, okay. Uh, moving on, moving on. And of course, Harry's brother was there, his real brother, the one who should have really been the best man, but out of a sense of obligation and royal duty. But this is the guy. I mean, I get sad. If anything makes me sad, is the fact that he could not have had his real brother up there with him. Yes, his real brother, Nacho Figueras. That's his real brother right there. Love is all it takes to make a family. That would have made for some great photos. And of course, oh gosh, I forgot his wife's name, but yeah, that's it, Nacho. I forgot his wife's name though. And Reverend Curry from Chicago. Reverend Curry. Reverend Curry brought down the house. He brought down the house. Oh, yes. Thank you, Wendy. I was about to overlook that, but you're absolutely right. Commonwealth nations represented in the veil. And that's true. The veil represented, I believe it was flowers from all of the Commonwealth nations, the national flowers. Thank you, Wendy. Good looking out. Love it. Thank you. And there's a sketch from one of the squatties. If you're the squatty that made that sketch, nice work. And there's an up close of the actual tiara. The other one I showed you was a replica. As you can see, nice clean lines. The Art Deco makes all the sense in the world. And Pamela Porter says, Baron, George Friedrich Handel's eternal, what is that? I was about to say ethereal. You know, when I know a big word, I tend to stick with it. So, Handel's ethereal source of light divine, which was performed by Welsh soprano Elin Thomas. What is that? Manhattan? Something, Thomas. Listen here as Meghan walked down the aisle on their big day. Thank you so much for that. Okay. And yes, oh gosh. Yep, that's what her name is. Okay. Okay. So, um, there's Megan. Megan wears white quite often. I just happened to find that photo today, whilst looking through my photos for, you know. But anyway, take a look in the background. You can. I wasn't sure, but I know where she was that day. If you look in the background, there is a presidential portrait, an official presidential portrait, John F. Kennedy. Well, well, things kind of go full circle. I mean, she's wearing white. She was a big fan of Carolyn Bessette Kennedy, who married John. And of course, there is John Kennedy up there at the top. Well, that is a full top to bottom of that portrait. That is the only presidential portrait where the president's eyes are not showing. That is a little factoid for you. That's the only presidential portrait where their eyes are not visible. But yeah, so just goes to show you that our Duchess has been around. I mean, she's there at the White House just hanging out, helping people make the right decisions, or something like that, or something like that. Okay. Uh, and there is part of the glam squad. Daniel, what is his name? Daniel Wu? Is that right? Or is I'm confusing him with somebody? Daniel Martin, right? Daniel Martin, that's the makeup artist who helps Megan keep that light, fresh, fresh, clean, wash face look. And anytime she has a big event, he's always on the scene. And there you can see emails reveal Queen helped Megan choose Tiara. Newspaper stories had claimed there was a dispute between Harry and Queen Aid over the jewelry. Well, we found out later from some emails that nothing could have been further from the truth. There wasn't some big thing about Megan's. Anyway, we're not going to go down that path right now. Harry and I had gone to Buckingham Palace to meet with Her Majesty the Queen to select one of the options that were there, which was an incredibly surreal day, as you could imagine. And that tiara, the one that I took, I think was, I mean, as I tried them on, stood out. Well, there it is right there. That is a transcript from, I think it was a email, or was that one from anyway, I think that was from the email. It was, or was that from, I forgot where that came from. I forgot where that came from. But anyway, it only makes sense. I mean, why would they say, "Oh, here, just go in the vault and pick what you want"? That ain't how they do that. They bring a selection of things. These are the ones that you are welcome to wear. Please choose one. Just choose one. But the tabloids, that wouldn't make sense because it doesn't fit this narrative, right? And then if you look there, it says, I think it was just perfect because it was so clean and simple. Clean and simple. And I think also that to that point, an extension of the that what Claire Wade Keller and I had been trying to do with the dress, which was have something that could be so incredibly timeless but still feel modern. Huh? It checks all the boxes, doesn't it? It checks all the boxes. That's why when they said an emerald necklace, I mean, I'm sorry, not necklace, emerald tiara, it just did not make sense to me. Oh, I need water. I am getting so dehydrated. um, Emerald Derek says the emerald tiara is too big for Meghan. Meghan's small frame. The one she wore was perfect. Emerald, you do see that, don't you? I mean, just in case you missed it, Emerald Derek says the emerald tiara. I don't know if you saw that. I just wanted to, you know, it doesn't matter. Um, I got too much time on my hands. But yeah, I mean, I save receipts. As you know, I save receipts. And this is just yet another one of those receipts that I made sure I saved. And I'm going to keep hanging on to it. So if they want to start that stuff again, we just pull out our receipts. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. I am having post-nasal drip. I think it's kind of humid, so my allergies are playing up on me. And oh, it's all kind of stuff going on. It usually doesn't happen till I start working. Maybe it's all that methane gas blowing back in my face. Okay, so the photo there on the left side, I saw that photo one day and I made sure that I saved it because that is one of those photos that I don't think most people have ever seen. That is the Duchess of Sussex going up the steps, but this view is from the other side. Obviously, it was taken by someone who was one of those lucky people who had access to the, oh, I forget what they call that area, but there's an area that kind of circles around right opposite the staircase, but it's like a circular area. And I believe that's where that photo was taken, was to the other side of the steps. And it's one of those views that you rarely see on television, but very cool. And then there's yet another black and white photo from the wedding day. I know, isn't that beautiful? I love that. I mean, this is just kind of like I almost feel like we're just like hiding out somewhere and we're watching this big wedding for some people we don't know. But wow, there's the bride right there. It doesn't even, without all the people present, it doesn't feel like, very crowded and all that tension that comes with the big crowd gawking at them. Just seems like a couple of people just went to the church. Very simple, very elegant. So that's why I love that photo so much. Just because there's not all the cameras and everything. So okay. Oh, thank you, Mo Shannon. These are just the ones that I've saved over time because I don't know. I just and I got to tell you guys, don't worry, we're not going to be here all night. But get comfortable because I'm going to show you some photos I took on the wedding day. Now, these are mostly photos that I didn't share in the video, so I'm going to share them with you right now. Uh, okay, that's number 2. That's number 4. Oh, let me get number 3 up. Uh, where is number 3? There we go. Okay, so that's number 2, and then this is that was 1, that was 2. Did I do that one already? Yeah, let me see. So, okay, that one's that. Okay, so here we go. I think we did this already. Yes, this one we've gone through. Okay, let me check just to make sure. Oh, no wonder I put it up here twice. Okay, so I could take that away. And oh yeah, so the shade is coming. The shade is coming. I promise there will be shade. As they say, there will be blood. There will be, that was a movie, right? There will, okay. One, that's the first one. Uh huh. Interesting. Editing. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's oh, oh, what did I do there? Oh, I know. I got it. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, that's one. That's part one, two, and then there's three. Got it. I was about to bring up some slides from yesterday. Okay, I think there is okay. Pamela Porter says the solo, it was actually Harry's choice entirely, and I think a really beautiful piece Meghan revealed in a personal recording for the exhibit. Okay, I did not know that. Thank you for sharing. Anastasia Isabella says, "Oh, okay, yeah, so this is it. For some reason, I doubted myself, but that's exactly what I was looking for. All right, so I'm going to go through these kind of fast because you may have seen the video already, or maybe you have seen the photos already. But here's some advice to you. When you're traveling, it's always best to get phone service in another country if at all possible. I have the thing on my phone where whenever I go to another country, I went to Japan, I didn't have to do anything to my phone, it just worked. By the way, I have AT&T. This is not an endorsement, but I have AT&T. And when I go to any country in Europe, my phone just works. I went to Brazil, my phone just worked. I went to Mexico, my phone just worked. And that's perfect. And the thing is, while you're traveling, it costs $10 a day, but you may find yourself someplace where you can't access Wi-Fi. I see that, Church Nelly. Or you may find yourself at a place where, oh, I'll tell you about that later. But but yeah, so best to get oh, you too, Lucy Wynn, Mo Shannon, I see y'all. So my advice is take a screenshot. Once you plot your course for the day, so before I left the hotel, you see what I did there? I took a screenshot of the directions because if you try to open your phone and go to the map, it may not be available to you. So it's best to take a screenshot so that way you'll know where to get off the train and where to, catch a bus or whatever. That way you have it saved in your phone. Do a screenshot, hang on to it. So the map in the middle, that's me by that where is that at? By that ski slopey. Anyway, I don't know where I was, but that's me at the hotel. I think it was like 2.5 hours to get to Windsor. That was a long, long trip. And there is Prince Harry's pub. There's a pub in Windsor. Now, I don't know if they changed the name for the day, but that's Prince Harry's pub. That is where Harry and William stepped out of the castle to greet the people. I think it was the day before the wedding they did that. That's where they stepped out of the castle. Um and you all recognize that little runt right there, don't you? You guys recognize him, John, whatever his name is, whatever his name. But he's a super, super fan of the royal family. He's kind of unhappy that the Sussexes are no longer there, and he believed all that stuff in the tabloids. They didn't even tell the Queen. There was an interview where they have to let her know. They have to let her know. He sounds like a cartoon character. They should have told the Queen. They have to let her know. Um, I mean, he's a nice guy, but he is so up into the royal rectums. It's enough to make you want to barf. And then the guy on the right, he's at every royal occasion, and he always wears his Union Jack suit. Next, there were people on their balconies and terraces in Windsor watching the royal wedding. There are people in the crowds. I love to take pictures of people in the crowd. Um, there's a woman, obviously an American, And there are some more people. Now, the photo on the right, let me tell you about that photo. You notice how everybody's looking at their phones? When I was walking toward the parade route or the procession route, they stopped everybody, and people are actually going the other way. Now, again, this is where I came from. 2.5 hours I traveled. I almost missed the wedding, only to get there and we were stuck. The guy with the blue shirt looking at his phone. Everybody's looking at their phone. It was so many people with so many cell phones. Do you know my service just stopped working? I could not bring up phone service because the phone service was knocked out. I'm sorry, was there a question? Baron, you went to Japan, Mexico, and Brazil? Wow, we would have never guessed. We were starting to think that Europe was the entire world. I can talk about it, but we be here all day. Ah, Elizabeth Anders says the sun was shining and not a cloud in the sky. Absolutely, Elizabeth. It was beautiful. It was gorgeous. It was just everything was perfect. And if you notice, some people got there like that one guy has his coat hanging on his bag right there. That's because the morning it started off pretty cool and then it warmed up. So perfect day, cool and dry. Thank you for the super sticker, a super chat, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. But yeah, it was so many phones. My phone would not work. There was no, I was trying to watch the wedding. Everybody's trying to watch the wedding because we were stuck there and we couldn't. And then finally, they opened up the barriers, the metal gates, metal detectors, or whatever it was. There were gates, and they finally let us through. Some people didn't even see it because they decided to turn around and go back. But I said, nope, I'm not going anywhere. I've come too far. I'm not going to turn around and leave. So I stayed. Check out that fancier. I don't know who these people are, but I thought those kids were adorable. They're like, do we have to be? I wonder if they even know that lady. But yeah, I thought they were adorable. Well, that explains everything, doesn't it? Now, you know, as an American, when I saw that tube sign, I had to take a picture of it. That was evidence. White City? Uh-huh. That's what I thought. That explains everything. White City? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Tell me something I didn't know. Okay. And people were looking out the windows. So let me see. Let me see. I think that was it. Got another slide coming up, I suspect. Yes, I do have another slide. And then we're going to get to the messy. So we'll go through these next few photos kind of fast. And then I will get to the messy. I promise. I promise. Actually, I think the messy comes up now, is it? Uh, let there be messy. Oh, okay. Okay, let me do this. Uh, okay, let's just get to the messy. There we go. Messy time, you guys. Messy time. Uh, I don't know what was going on, but oh, you're right. I almost forgot about that. I almost forgot about it. So there you have it. This happened today. The opening, excuse me, the movie premiere of Top Gun Part 2 or whatever they call it, Top Gun Part 2 Electric Boogaloo. This is kind of like a premonition of times to come. Poor Kate. Poor Kate is being assisted up the, I guess those are steps there. It's kind of hard to see with the red carpet. But I don't know why William doesn't seem to be interested in helping her. Um, Also, Kate is looking kind of withered. She looks kind of withered. I mean, at this point, I don't want to make light of her situation because there may be something else going on. But that looks scary. That looks scary. And it's almost as though nobody sees it. They say the camera makes you look bigger, it adds 10 pounds or something like that. So, as someone said, if you can make, I forget who the actress she was standing next to, but they said if she can make that particular person look large, then she has to be incredibly small. So I'll just leave it at that. But and then Will's not even, it's like I know they have that protocol thing where you're supposed as a bride, royal bride, married into the family, you're supposed to follow a couple of steps behind. That's like way overboard at this point. Will has said that he wants to change things. They don't want he doesn't he wants to change the way they do things, be more modern and progressive. That doesn't look very progressive. That looks like he'd rather be there with someone else. And then this was on the way to the event. Now, given the headlines or that article, should I say, the MSN story, does that look like they're too far off the mark? That was literally today. That was today. Once again, that was today. That happened today. Can you believe that? That happened today. Oh, and by the way, you already know what's coming, right? Remember how they were saying that Pippa had that humongous bum? How big her bum was? I know that people are going to be like, "Oh my God, look at her butt. Look at her. Oh my God, look at her butt." You know they're going to start that tomorrow, right? They're going to, especially the derangers, they are going to go on about how ample her bottom was, how big her bottom was. I guarantee you that is going to be a thing by tomorrow. It's going to be the derangers that's trying to push this narrative that, she's got this Coke bottle, hourglass figure. Trust me, that's coming. I think it's because of the step that you get that, but I don't care. But yeah, that was today. But look at that. They did not forget to airbrush it. Whenever that photo was taken, you could see they took time to airbrush it. That they will remember to do. That's the invisible contract, airbrushing. Let's see. William is showing his progressive side. The more the royal roader tried to convince everyone the Cambridges are so in love, Skull isn't happy and doesn't mind who knows it. Yeah, obviously that was. I can't get over the fact that that photo. Smile, dummy. All these people are looking, and oh, that must be really frustrating to the courtiers. That has got to be frustrating to the courtiers, despite everything they're trying to do to sell this story that they are so in love. That is the grimace he has on his face as they drive to a movie premiere with cameras everywhere. Cameras everywhere. So, Prince William and Kate Middleton's wedding left the Queen practically skipping because she was relieved the future of the monarchy was secure, royal biographer Andrew Morton claims. Now, why did this story come out today in the Daily Mail? Mind you, I just saved the screenshot of that. I didn't even bother with the story because I figured it was a bunch of nonsense. In an extra from his up and coming book, The Queen, published by the Daily Mirror, he wrote that the Queen felt the big day in April 2011 was an important milestone for the monarchy. Now, again, it is the Sussex's anniversary, and this is the story that was featured in the Daily Fail. I know that's not a surprise, but it just goes to show the lengths that they will go to try to ruin the momentum, the big mo of the Sussexes. And then there on the right, you can see the Duchess of Cambridge cosplaying Joan Crawford. Now, they have run many a stories. They have run many a stories of how the Queen does not really care for the Duchess of Cambridge. And as you know, there was that story about how the Cambridges um, lost half the Commonwealth. You remember that one? There was that story about how they lost half the. Oh yeah, I'm trying to remove that one. Yes, as you may have heard, they went on a all expense paid vacation to the Caribbean. You know, nothing unusual about that. But what's unusual is that when they came back, yes, by the time they returned, half the Commonwealth was either uh, planning to leave or they had already set the wheels in motion. So that's the future of the Commonwealth. That's the future of the UK and the monarchy. So let us not forget the Queen humiliates Kate. Kate collapsed in tears after Camilla's cruel insult. A plastic princess designed to breed. And royal romance in ruins. Now, these are the stories that ran about the Duchess of Cambridge before Harry and Meghan were married. Kate Middleton, called lazy by the Queen, nicknamed her Duchess of Doolittle. Duchess of Doolittle. This is the Queen calling her Duchess of Doolittle. Now, obviously, it's true because remember, they will lie to protect other members of the family, but they won't tell the truth to protect me and my husband. And when things are really offensive, things are really bad, when they really want to make sure that it is known that this is not exactly the truth or this is our position, they will get their lawyers, they will threaten and everything else. But for this, nothing, nothing. There was absolutely no protest about the Queen's assertion that she's lazy. Lazy Katie, the Doolittle Duchess, Workshop Will, and Lazy Katie. They were notorious as lazy. And now they have to work. Now they actually have to work. Kate Middleton was called lazy and unbecoming by Queen Elizabeth before Duchess married Prince William. Remember, they said that the Queen said that Kate should get a job. They didn't, the Queen, according to reports, and again, I wasn't there, you all wasn't there, but they did not set the record straight, which leads me to believe that it must be true. If they did not set the record straight, if they did not have a fit of rage, then yes, the queen thought that she was lazy. Yes, the queen wanted her to get a job because otherwise, this was an ongoing thing that they did not even decide to clean up. They just left it there, obviously trying to send a message to the air hostess, your daughter needs a job. Your daughter needs to do something. Really? Really? Well, I mean, I thought that was a good deal. I really, well, $10 a day. You go on a 10-day trip. That's $100. You don't have to buy a SIM card. I mean, I thought it was okay. Let me see. Will Prince Workshy and Duchess Doolittle be booed as they meet Brussels supporting French politicos on Friday? You see that? I forgot I even had that receipt. I forgot I had that receipt. I would have brought it out last week if I would have known I had. Well, since it happened, I would have brought that out. The idea that they may be booed, one of the things that is like a big open secret is that it's not unusual that William has been booed. Look at there. Look at all that hair on his head. He was booed back when we thought it was still some hope. When he thought there was still hope, he was getting booed. So it's not unusual that Will has been booed. He's been getting booed all over the place. And that's before he leaves the house. Before he leaves the house. Thank you, folks. I'll be here all week. Thank you. Thank you. Um, meet me on the promenade deck. uh, okay, that's pretty bad. But and then, of course, since and mind you, all of this happened because you see this. When I saw that article there on the left side, I got a little mad. I got caught up in my feelings. So I just figured, let me remind people that the queen doesn't seem to fancy her. Let me remind people that they lost half the Commonwealth on their last vacation. Let me remind people that they referred to her as the plastic princess and that the queen thought she should get a job and referred to her as Duchess Doolittle. And let me remind people Workshop will. And anyway, I just thought people should remember, just like I want people to remember that Kate wore a white dress to uh, the Duchess of Sussex's wedding. She wore a white dress to another woman's wedding. Now, if you look on the left side, people were saying, "Oh, that's not white. That's not white." Okay, it may not, it's a dingy white, it's an antique white, but it's still white. It's still white. I mean, her daughter is obviously wearing white, right? If her daughter's wearing white and that dress looks that pale in comparison, then she's wearing white, right? So if you look at the middle picture where she's wearing white at the recent trip to the Westminster Abbey, now get this, and I keep saying this, but it still is true. When it was Meghan's wedding, she wore a pale yellow. But in the most recent tabloid stories, the photos in the middle, she wore white. Why all of a sudden is that same ugly dress white? That frumpy matronly dress that she's wearing was not white um last what was it, 4 years ago on the wedding day. It wasn't white, but all of a sudden, fast forward 4 years later, now she's wearing white. You couldn't make that up. Now it's white. The tabloid said she recycled that blase blah looking drab white. Well, that wasn't their words, that's my words. But she recycled her, you know how they love to say thrifty Kate recycles. Well, that was a recycled white dress. Now the dress is white. And so when people say, oh, maybe you shouldn't be so hard on her, maybe, I don't care. I don't care. The mean girl wore white to another woman's wedding. The proof is right there. Now, if they say the dress is white now, then obviously it was white then. Nothing has changed. The style hasn't changed. Her taste hasn't changed. Her face is changing, but nothing has really changed. So obviously it was white 4 years ago. I'm sorry, but it was white. It's still white, but it was only yellow so that they can try to conceal the insult. That was insulting. That was absolutely insulting. Oh, by the way, yeah, you can't really see that, but that's Doolittle Duchess's resume, and that is the Duchess of Sussex's resume. Thank you, Squatties, for putting that together. But again, that is, if you want to say resume, a list of achievements. That is Kate's achievements there on the left after being around that family for 10 years. Now 20, 21 years she's been around that family, and that's what she has to show for it. That's what she had before entering the family. And you know what? Ain't nothing changed. And then if you look on the right side, there's a list of accomplishments for that of the Duchess of Sussex. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be petty. I'm just saying that there's a vast difference between the achievements of both women. Mind you, yes, Meghan was a little older when she entered the family, what, 36, 37 years old. Kate wasn't a child herself when she entered the family. She had a good 10 years. She could have done something with her life. Well, I'm not going to show those pictures in the back of the taxi again, but you know what she did for the first 10 years. Okay, moving on. Again, it's white. And then take a look there on the right side. There's Kate wearing white. And as you can see, um, the Duchess of Cornwall ain't too far behind, but still it's more obvious that I think both of them were trying to be funny. I mean, after all, they are sitting together. Um, I think somebody was trying to be funny. That's all I'm going to say. And then there's Kate's eyes leering at the Duchess of Sussex. Look at that. Everybody else is probably listening to Reverend Curry. Look at what Kate's looking at. Look at Kate's eyes. Everybody else is looking at Reverend Curry. The Duke of York, well, you know what he probably looking at. The Queen can't be bothered. The Queen cannot be bothered. No, the Queen can't be bothered. And what you can't see behind Kate, Philip is kind of propped up in the corner there. But then there's Kate. Kate's eyes are looking in despair at the future, knowing that this tidal wave of popularity is going to make her look bad. And so Kate is sitting there in despair. Now, this is just one photo, but what's really telling is that everybody's eyes is someplace else. I would love to think that Kate is looking at her and thinking, oh, I can't wait to help her, and I can't wait to show her the ropes. Or, nah, she wasn't thinking nothing like that. That would be too humane. What she was thinking is, oh, now I'm going to have to work. Doggone it, I am going to have to work. Well, she hasn't been able to sit down for 5 minutes since, and the strain is starting to show. Because I'm in a shady mood today, I'm thrilled. Kate puts on a brave face as she sees first official portrait critics are calling rotten. So this is an artist that Kate recommended. I don't know if she owes this guy money or what, but this is the artist. and that is the artist's impression of the Duchess of Cambridge. That is Kate's official portrait. There's a reason why you never really seen it before, and that's from 2013. There is a reason why you've never seen this portrait. I won't even tell you the reason why you haven't seen it. You know why you haven't seen it. You know why it's not used in an official capacity. Now, the Queen's portraits, good or bad, you see them everywhere. Hell, they're on the money. They're on the postage stamps. But this one, this is probably in some dusty cupboard somewhere, or in some warehouse, or maybe in the back of her closet or something like that. Well, to be honest with you, I believe it was on display at the National Portrait Gallery. But that is Kate's official portrait. He tried to capture her essence, but that's I told you I was feeling kind of shady. But when she's not grinning and grinning and grinning and grinning, jazz hands, grin, grin, jazz hand, grin, that's what she looks like. That is the artist's impression of an artistic rendering of Kate Middleton from a uh, painter, a portrait painter that she suggested. That's somebody she wanted, somebody she thought was a somebody she thought was a friend. Yeah, somebody she thought was a friend painted that for her. So again, there's a reason why we haven't seen it. So if this is your first time, I do apologize that I submitted this to you without warning, but somebody had to do it. Remember, they are happy, they are in love, as evident by this photo right here. It looks just like the other photo that I started with. They have never been more in love. As a matter of fact, someone managed to capture them holding hands recently. So, um, uh, that's my bit of shade. And of course, the other day I decided to capture. See, that artist was able to capture the essence of Kate. And I wanted to capture another side of her, the mean girl. That's what I was looking for, the mean girl. And you know what? I didn't have to look far. She was right there beneath the surface. The mean girl, the one that is the future of the monarchy. Lucy Wynn, Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn before or after? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Caitlyn before or after? But yes, yes, ladies and gentlemen, I submit to you the mean girl. Ladies and gentlemen, the mean girl. So I thought I had some more slides. I don't know what I did with it. So that's three. That's four. So that one, okay, that can go. That's four. Something didn't open when I wanted it to. So that's one part two, one part two. I don't think I found three yet. I need three for today. Otherwise, let me see. But I know I had some more slides, so let me see. There's 1,000 of you. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex. I'm amazed because I didn't think there would be anybody here since I changed the time twice, but I really do appreciate it. No, that was that. I already showed you that one. So I think that was it for the slides. That's weird. I thought I had something else. Let me see. Did that. And I did that. Okay, that was 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. There's one more set, I think. Let me see. Let me see. Uh the real 2. That's it. Okay. Okay. Oh, I know what happened. It wouldn't open. That's why I didn't show it to you. So when that happened last time, I had a way to deal with this. Give me 1 second. Okay, into studio. Turn that off. Go back here. Okay, what okay. Hold on, let me see. Okay, now you guys can hear me, right? There's an echo. Today, I feel like the luckiest man on the face of the earth. Now, I need to turn off one of these mics. Okay. All right, I know. Let me leave that one. Okay, I think we're good now. Okay. Yeah, I'm back, right? Okay, good. Well, I mean, but when I did that, then I lost the slide. So let me try that again. Um, oh man, this thing is really acting up. Oh, there it is. Nope, that's not it. That ain't the one that I want. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah, it is. It is. Never mind. It is. That's it. Okay. Where was I? Look at how handsome he is. Ah. And then take a look here. This is the way the people were dressed. This is the slide I couldn't find earlier. So if you guys want to go ahead and check out of here, I'm just about done. But these are the slides that I could not find earlier. These were just some random people that I photographed out on the street that day. And that is how people were dressed up in Windsor. And this is me looking across the park at the Jumbotron. And that is the carriage headed our way. That is me having my first fish and chips. This is another shot of Windsor. That is, now you see, this is what I was talking about earlier. Do you guys look all the way down the path there? You see that thing over the path? It looks like an arm. That is how they took that photograph. That's what I was trying to tell you guys. They had something that was over the trail, the path, the driveway, and that is how they took the photograph. Thank you, Kenneth Doug. But yes, that is how they did that. And then look, there's someone from Chicago. I happened to notice that I saw the Northwestern hat and T-shirt. So when I saw the Northwestern hat and T-shirt, I said, "Hey, Northwestern!" And of course, he wore that because that is the Duchess of Sussex's alma mater, the Northwestern University. And there is the flag that they had on clearance. Notice that the price went down. At that point, I think it was, how much was it? Yeah, I think it was £5 99 pence. £5 99 pence. Get them while they're hot. So that's when I bought my flag. And check out the bobbies. Check it out. I thought it was so cool that they had those helmets on. Right? Right? That's okay. I got more. Look at there. Everybody was having a good time that day. And now this guy looks so English. Now, when I think of England, I this is what I picture. Somebody with that face like that. That is the quintessential Englishman. Of course, Bobby, if you will. And check out Bruh Man. Bruh Man is a constable. Is that what they call him? A constable? The Bobby's constable? But anyway, of course, being an African American, I'm like, where you come from, bruh? Hey, bruh, where you from, bruh? Okay. All right, you guys. So that's it. Those are the slides that I wanted to share with you. Thank you, as always, our faves, the uh, the Queen of Hearts, Princess Diana, and the Queen of Everything, Queen Doria. Yes, thank you, Diana, for helping me to open up those slides. I figured it had to be some type of divine intervention because them slides just did not want to open, but I got it open. So, anyway, that's it for the fourth anniversary. Say farewell to those beautiful cheeks. Look at that skin. Can you believe that? Born in the 1960s. Any last comments before we go? Thank you, Pamela Porter. Yes, I am a baby boomer. I swear I am. Um, but you know what? It's those pecan sandies that kind of smooth out the skin. That's pecan sandies. Matter of fact, I got pecan sandies in my thighs, all over the place, around my midriff. There's pecan sandies everywhere. I am the embodiment of the pecan sandies from Keebler, made with real vanilla from Madagascar. Yes, so long, Lucy Wynn. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for the super chats, the super stickers. Also, thank you. Oh, you guys, I have an announcement to make. Um, did you all know that as of today, Royal Sussex has 6 million views? Royal Sussex has 6 million views as of today. Yes, as of today, Royal Sussex has 6 million views. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, shut the front door. 6 million views. Can you believe that? When did that happen? When did that happen? 6 million views? But it's true. Royal Sussex has a whopping 6 million views. I can't remember, it was just 4 million and then 5 million. Now it's 6 million. And you know why? Because you guys are so nice and so wonderful that from time to time you all go back and watch some of the videos again and again. You all have been sharing the videos, and because of what you all have been doing, people have caught on to Royal Sussex, and so that's why. So that's why there are 6 million views. I was just blown away when I saw that. So thank you, one and all, for helping Royal Sussex be this incredibly successful because Without you guys, it just wouldn't be possible. 6 million views. 6 million views. I couldn't believe it. Okay, so any final thoughts for the day? Thank you. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you. Let me see. I wish I would have been at the what do you call that? The Invictus games if I was. Matter of fact, I would live next door to the Sussexes. Thank you so much, Maddie. Yeah, 6 billion views. And that's out of 500 and something videos, but 6 million. Thank you. Thank you so much. Marina, thank you. Let me see. Okay. Happy anniversary, Harry and Meghan. I still feel like yesterday when I traveled to Windsor, the wedding was beyond awesome. Alima, you went to the wedding also? Wow, very cool. Please tell me, where were you during the ceremony? Thank you, Donna. Thank you. All right, all right. So let's ginge avenge. And let me see. Baron, what time did Royal Sussex start today? I missed the start, and YouTube is not sending out notifications. Well, this is what happened, Faith, Hope, Love. There was a pre-recorded video that was on at the usual time. And then today, because I had some family obligations, I started later. Initially, I wanted to start at 3, and then that turned into, what time did I finally start? Well, anyway, I moved the time back a couple of times. So it's probably not the notifications. It's just that I kept changing it. So, yep, that's what happened today. But I try to make sure that I'm on at the same time every day. All right. Thank you so much, you guys. We are going to ginge avenge. And yes, I'm very, very excited about that. You guys, this is just, when I saw that, I was like, 6 million. It's so cool. You know, and what the thing is, there's some channels that have way more subscribers than I have, and they still don't have 6 million views. So I was very proud of that. Okay. All right, you guys, Ginger Avenger. Let me take that away. Okay, one more look. Oh, no. One more look. One more look. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Got it. Got it. Okay. Okay, now we can go. All right, just one more look. All right, all right. Stop it now. I'm getting embarrassed. Oh man. Okay. Cute Ginger Avenger. 6 million views. Oh man. No, but thank you guys so much. It would not be possible without the squad. So, I just hope that I am able to keep up the quality of this channel because that is very important to me. As you know, I have never stopped doing everything I could to evolve as a content creator. And so that's what I've been doing. You know, I'm stalling because I'm trying to work on something. Okay, there it is. I think I'm finished with it now. I'm just editing a photo that says, oh, you know what? I should do that right. Nope, that's not it. 6. I crossed out the 5 and put 6,000,000. That little sign I had made before, now it says 6. Now I'm happy. Okay, you guys, thank you, and thank you. So, no doubt I'll be back at the same time tomorrow. I hope you'll be there. I won't start late tomorrow. I promise. I don't think I have a reason to. And yeah, and then we'll see what's happening in the news. Thank oh, you know what? I didn't do last word of the day. Oh, thank you, cookies and cream. I didn't do last word of the day. Ah, thank you, Lydia. I appreciate that. Okay, I need a last word of the day. I don't know how I forgot that. Okay, Beverly Walker, here's the last word of the day. Good evening, everyone. Cheers for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex on their 4th anniversary. Absolutely beautiful, Beverly. Thank you so much for that. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Thank you, Mo Shannon. Okay, I am out of here. Love you guys.